Paṭicca samuppāda, the law of dependent origination. Dependent origination is just cause and effect. If you have A, then you will have B. If there is no A, then there is no B. We'll be talking about this. Now, I would like you to remember something in Pali. The first part is very brief. If you understand just one, you will know the rest right away. We experience this every day of our lives. What is cause and effect? 1. Avidya paccaya sankhara. What is avidya? Ignorance. Sankhara is karma formation. Some translate it as conditioning activities. I'll explain more later. 2. Sankhara paccaya vijnanam. Vijnana here is resultant consciousness. Normally, vijnana means consciousness, but here it just refers to resultant consciousness. It's not taking wholesome, unwholesome, or functional consciousness. 3. Vijnana paccaya namarupam. Namarupa is mind and matter. 4. Namarupa paccaya salayatanam. Salayatanam refers to the 6 internal and the 6 external bases. 5. Salayatana paccaya phaso. Phasa is contact. 6. Phasa paccaya vedana. Vedana is feeling. 7. Vedana paccaya tanha. Tanha is craving. 15.8. Tanha paccaya upadanam. Upadana is clinging or grasping. 9. Upadana paccaya bhavo. Bhava is becoming. Karma process and rebirth process. 10. Bhava paccaya jata. Jatadi is birth. 11. Jati paccaya jara. Marana, soka. Parideva dukkha. Domanas upayasa sambhavanti. Jara is aging. Marana is death. Soka is sorrow. Parideva is lamentation or crying. And dukkha is bodily pain here. Different, right? It depends on the context. Some dukkha takes all mind and matter, but here, just bodily pain. Domanassa is grief or mental pain, and upayasa is burning in mind or anguish caused by excessive domanassa. We can also call it despair or agony. 12. Evam etasa kevalasa dukkakandhasa samudayohoti. Please remember these words. The meaning is very easy, so try to remember. Let's look more closely at avidya paccaya sankhara. Avidya is ignorance, and sankhara is karma formation. After you understand this first sentence, you'll understand all that follow. So just try to remember this one. Paccaya means dependent, so avidya paccaya sankhara means dependent on ignorance. There arise karma formations. You can make it easy by using the Pali. Dependent on avidya, there arise sankhara. See that? Now you can understand the rest of these. Sankhara paccaya vijnanam means dependent on sankhara. There arises vijnana. If you want to say it in English, you can say dependent on karma formations. There arises resultant consciousness. Vijnana paccaya namarupam means dependent on resultant consciousness. There arise mind and matter. Namarupa paccaya salayatanam means dependent upon mind and matter. There arise the 6 sense bases. Sala means 6. 6 sense bases is the 6 internal bases 16 and the 6 external bases. Salayatanam paccaya phaso means dependent on the 6 sense bases. There arises contact. We're just talking about the language right now. We'll study this in detail later. Phasa paccaya vedana means dependent on contact. There arises feeling. Vedana paccaya tanha means dependent on feeling. There arises craving. Tanha paccaya upadanam means dependent on craving. There arises clinging or grasping. Upadana paccaya bhavo means dependent on clinging. There arises becoming. Bhava paccaya jati means dependent on becoming. There arises birth. The 11th one, jati paccaya jara marana soka parideva dukkha domanas upayasa sambhavanti, means dependent on birth. There arise aging, decay, sorrow, lamentation, or crying, bodily pain, mental pain, or grief and despair. The word sambhavanti means arise. The last line that I said in Pali was Evam etasa kevalasa dukkha khandhasa samudaya hoti. It means, thus arises this whole mass of suffering. Evam etasa kevalasa means the whole mass of, and dukkha khandhasa means suffering. So thus arises this whole mass of suffering. See, the whole mass of suffering means the first 11 lines that I just told you about. This is why we say that all conditioned things are suffering. See that, right? We studied realities, including the 3 dukkhas. This is dukkha 2. This is all suffering. On the day that the Buddha gained enlightenment, just before he gained it, he contemplated avijja paccaya sankhara. Because of avijja, sankhara arises. He thought about all of this paṭicca samuppāda. And after he gained enlightenment, he continued to contemplate avijja paccaya sankhara. The Buddha thought, why do we suffer? Where's it come from? He realized that it came from aging and death. Where's aging and death come from? It's because we have to be born. Where's birth come from? It's because of becoming. Where's becoming come from? Clinging. Where's clinging come from? Craving. Where's craving come from? Feeling. Where's feeling come from? Contact. Where's contact come from? It comes from the 6 sense bases. Where do the 6 sense bases come from? Mind and matter. Where's mind and matter come from? Resultant consciousness. Where's resultant consciousness come from? Karma formations. Where's karma come from? Ignorance. He contemplated this dependent origination in order and in reverse. We should do the same. We will see later that our daily activities 17 and our thoughts are nothing more than this. We will see just these 12 things. Briefly, I would like to say that within the law of dependent origination, there are 3 periods. This means past, present, and future. 12 factors, 20 modes, 3 connections, 4 divisions, 3 rounds, and 2 roots. We will study these in detail later. When we do, we'll learn what the 3 periods are. We'll also learn more about the 12 factors. What are they? 1. Avidya 2, Sankhara 3, Vijnana 4, Namarupa 5, Salayatana 6, Phassa 7, Vedana 8, Tanha 9, Upadana 10, Bhava 11, Jati 12, Jara Marana. These are the 12 factors of dependent origination. As I told you, dependent origination articulates that because A arises, there is B. Or if A exists, B comes to be. We can also say that when there is no A, there is no B. Or if A ceases, B does not come to be. We will understand this later. 18.